You might think that, the way I experience world is because the world is this way. But in reality, you are experiencing this world because based on your frequency and your past limiting beliefs, this what shapes the way you see the world. So you continue to experience something, not because for you something is happening to you, but because you are still holding these limitations, specific limits that your mind is attuned to. Welcome back to Spiritual Selfish channel, guys, where we focus on you so that you can raise your vibration and become conscious creator of your own life. If you're new here, big welcome to you. My name is Christina Day and I'm your host here. Now today, guys, we are going to be talking about, I will say, pretty not basic question, but very, not into woo-woo or anything. And it is, why are we putting ourselves down? And I feel this is a very important topic because, again, this is very foundational, thing on the level of almost survival. And it then falls into all different aspects of our lives in such a way that we sometimes might not even realize how much power something as, saying something not good about yourself may impact us. And definitely stay till the end because I'm gonna give you a process how to break free from those, limits of your own mind when you tell yourself over and over a story, how to, stop the story and how to actually start creating what you want consciously. But before we do so, I want to share something real cool with you. I will show it to you. Give me a second. I ordered this beautiful piece. So I ordered this. Look at this. You can see the ring light, but how amazing is this? This is High Priestess, Lemurian High Priestess. And if you look closely here, you can see all the different light codes. And basically this is a channeled art. This is from Light Being Codes, if I'm correct. I will put the handle here and also gonna link her account down below. It's Jessica. I found her on Instagram. And literally, when I saw this piece, I started crying because all of those, activation codes, they started to activate with me this frequency that this, piece is emanating. So I definitely recommend you, check out Jessica's page because there are so many other galactic beings and animals that she's channeling. So yeah, I just wanted to show you because I got it now and it brings so much joy to me and completely changed the atmosphere in my room. So there's that. But getting back to our topic of why do we put ourselves down? We're going to be talking about what, why, and how. So what does it really mean and what is, my examples of putting myself down, and why do we do such a self-sabotaging behavior, and how to overcome this. And again, as I said, at the end, I'm going to share with you a process how to, break free from your limitations of your mind and be, instead of falling for them, right? So if you are excited, give this video a like. And first, let's talk about what. What does it really mean? To put yourself down, because sometimes I feel people might be doing it and not be aware that they are doing it, because a lot of us think, like, for example, a trauma or putting yourself down, that you really have to experience something severe or something really, high level pain or be extremely hateful towards yourself to put yourself down. But it can come as simple things as self-doubt. Self-doubt, for me, is a self-sabotaging behavior. Self-doubt, for me, is putting yourself down. Because when you want to do something and you doubt that you can do this, it directly affects you in not doing the thing and on going after your dream. right? For myself, I always been taught, and I grew up with the mindset that, you have to be prepared for a rainy day. You have money, put it aside. We cannot use money because something bad is going to happen. So with anything that I really do, like now it's better, but I notice with myself this always worrying and always being sort of on the fence that whenever I create something or putting something out there or I'm living somewhere, I'm just expecting something to go wrong, and I'm on the fence to be prepared that, yeah, something bad is going to happen. So I don't fully believe and I don't fully commit to, that what I'm creating, that it's going to come back to me, right? So as I said, there's a shadow of mine that I became aware of maybe at the end of the last year, and I'm working through it, and just even sharing with you guys. I want to show you that I'm not perfect. I'm working through my bullshit past as well. So whenever you are, stop putting yourself down, because there are so many people, in fact majority of the people are experiencing some sort of mindset limitations that, oh, this is not possible or whatever. So anywhere you feel confused, not sure, are afraid, not trusting the universe and so on, it's a pretty good indication that you might be putting yourself down on a subconscious level. Now, the second part, why do we do that? We have to realize that we humans, we are just the collection of patterns and programs, right? Imagine there is like everything in this universe is made out of energy. So there is this energetical stuff, and based on what this energetical stuff is injected with in terms of frequencies, it will turn into an end product. This is what really helped me to understand. So if we inject frequencies in DNA of specific animals, it will turn into a tiger. If we inject it with different frequencies, it will turn into a penguin, or it will turn into a food, plant, or any other object. And we humans are also collections of those frequencies, and any patterns and programs are also frequencies. So to put it in simple words, realize that when you initially came on this planet, you came as this pure bubble of energy of love and light. This is your natural state. But then slowly throughout your life, other humans started to project and plant the seeds and inject you with different frequencies, beliefs, patterns, programs of their own. Hence, it shaped you in who you are today. So you might not even realize that the things you are doing not by your choice. You might think that, the way I experience world is because the world is this way. But in reality, you are experiencing this world because based on your frequency and your past limiting beliefs, this what shapes the way you see the world. So you continue to experience something, not because for you something is happening to you, but because you are still holding these limitations, specific limits that your mind is attuned to. So when we realize that there's a lot of the things in our subconscious that we are not aware of, that continue to perpetuate specific way of life, so to speak, we can realize that you have the power to let that go. And this is exactly what I will talk about with you now, how to let go of those limitations of your mind. Because we have to let it go out of our vessel, out of our system, because initially it is not yours. And when you do that, you can start consciously choosing what do you actually want to create and how do you actually want to experience your life. And one of the reasons why so many people do not realize this, that they have the power and that it's possible to, let that go, is because we associate and identify ourselves with those past limiting beliefs. So it might feel for you that this is who I am, period. How limiting is that? And this is the exact reason why I have been with you for so long, because you don't separate yourself from the story. And actually, the separation is something I will teach you in the 6-step process of how to break out of the limits of your mind in the free workbook that I have created for you guys. And I have linked it down below in the comments, so you can just grab it right now, simply download it, and I will email it back to you. So there's a 6-step process on how to identify and separate yourself and break free from all of this limiting mind stories we are telling ourselves and are putting ourselves down, that, oh, this is not gonna happen, something bad is gonna happen, I feel so confused, I'm shy, or whatever you might be telling to yourself, about the world or yourself. The process is gonna guide you how to become aware of those subconscious stories and break free from them, so you don't just fall for them, but actually you have a choice. How do you want to create life? And something that I really want you to understand, and this is something I touch on deeper in the workbook itself, is when you are experiencing a limiting belief, a story, a fear, when you are in it, it is very hard to just snap out of it, because for majority of your life, you used to do what that story told you to do. So if you don't really have the process of how to get out of it, majority of the time, because it's so deeply engraved in our subconscious mind, it is basically on our survival mechanism, it just takes over us. And most often of the time, we do not have choice as a conscious beings in such a situation to make a choice consciously. Of course, we have a choice, but if we are used to give our power away, most of the time we're gonna give the power away. So this is exactly why I created the workbook, guys. So you can download it, look through the process, and use it whenever the fear or limiting story comes up. You stop, you go back to the workbook, and you work through it in the middle of your limiting story. Or, as I said, most probably you are aware of some limiting stories that you are telling yourself, or the patterns. Start working through them right now. Even if it doesn't come up, oh, I want to do, YouTube video and I'm afraid to go in a video. Go and work through it now, so that when you actually have to film a video, you already worked through your fears and address them. So as I said, it's a 6-step process workbook to break free from the limitations of your mind. There's the process that I outlined, and at the end you have a fillable section where you can put all of your thoughts down, your action, next steps, and so on and so forth. So definitely, guys, if you do it and you are using Instagram, definitely, take a picture or a screenshot, tag me so I can give you a shout out as well. Because when you are sharing this on, stories, on videos, social media with others, it just shows other people how committed and dedicated you are to your own growth, and also anchors your new version of yourself in this physical world. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you stop putting yourself down. Remember, you are a human. It's normal to go through ups and downs, but don't sit in, don't be a downer. I understand say it not in a mean way, but don't sit there, because those limitations, those fears, those stories, it's not natural. Your natural state is love and light. So it's a matter of letting go of what is not yours, so you can return back to your neutral state. I love you all so much. I hope you enjoyed the workbook, and let me know how you go. All right, I'll talk soon with you in my next video.